How's it going? It's Charles Botenston back again. We are going to be talking today about a book that I was super excited to pick up. I saw the title and, like all marketing, got enthusiastic, got really excited. Saw all the great reviews online, and the book is called What Got You Here Will Not Get You There. It's by Marshall Goldsmith. I was a little disappointed, I'm not going to lie, especially when he went into how many CEOs he has worked with in Fortune 500, Fortune 100 companies. He said he only works with CEOs or people that have the potential to become a CEO. And to be honest, I felt most of the topics were a little bit sophomoric. I think they were already prescribed to most people that have success. I think most of the topics were understood by people that are successful. And listen, I'm not saying I'm successful. I'm saying that I've read, you got a bunch of books behind me, and then I've sold most of my other ones. I've given away most of my other ones. But they're just rehashed from other books. If you've never read a book on success, if you've never read a book on bettering yourself in business, then it's a great book. But if you've read, somewhere between 25 to 35 to 40 books on business, success, management, leadership, influencing, then you really have the basics down. If you're 40 years old, I'm not, but if you're 40 years old and you're in some kind of leadership, some kind of executive position, I would assume that you've already honed these skills. But I still give it it's a good rehashing. There's a couple of points that I do take out of it, but he really breaks it down to four sections. And the first section, I'll just go through them really quick, is the first section. It's the trouble with success. In other words, where you are right now, like why haven't you reached the pinnacle? Why haven't you actually moved up in the success ladder, in the corporate ladder? He does talk a little bit about the corporate ladder. I do own my own company, which is a little bit different. And anyone that's an entrepreneur, it's good for employees, it's good for managers. But it's really and you'll see Winning right there by Jack Welch. That is another great book for people that are 9 to 5, people that are in a big corporation. But the first section, the trouble with success, you're here, you're enough. Why are we resisting change? Kind of like an introduction, very straightforward. Section 2 got a little interesting, but still, I don't know what it was. Even when I read through here, it was 20 habits that will flaw someone, or 20 flaws of why they're not being successful, or why they're not becoming successful. And I really thought I thought they were very straightforward. Number 1, winning too much. Number 2, adding too much value. Number 3, passing judgment. Number 4, making destructive comments. Number 5, starting with no, but, however. No, but, or, however. Number 6, telling the world how smart we are. Number 7, speaking when angry. I feel like these are very straightforward. You kind of know this. Number 8, negativity. Number 9, withholding information. Number 10, failing to give proper recognition. Number 11, claiming credit that we don't deserve. Number 12, making excuses. I don't know. I feel that if you've read enough or you have enough experience that you pretty much know this, especially with the title, What Got You Here. In other words, you have some success in your past will not get you there. In other words, the top of and literally they have a guy that's going for the top of the ladder. So he's already had some success. He's going for the executive position. I feel like you'd already know most of those things, like no negativity, don't talk when you're angry, of course. But, listen, if you're new to an executive position, if you don't own your own company, if you haven't read any books, then I think it's a good book. It gets a little bit interesting here. Section 3. This is where he really dives into a little bit more of a detailed approach to management, leadership, influencing. Chapter 6 is about feedback. Chapter 7 is about apologizing. Chapter 8, telling the world. Number 9 is listening. Number 10 is thanking. Even in there, there's still some basic principles. Listening, I did take out of it that the more you listen, the better the speaker becomes, which is actually very interesting. In other words, the more engaging you are in listening, the more the speaker actually engages with you, and the more they give details, and it's an interesting concept. Still something that I wouldn't buy the book over it. Number 11, following up, practicing feedback. Section 4, and here it is, which is changing the rules and people in charge. So out of 5 stars, I give it 4 because it does combine a lot of books out there. And granted, I'm also speaking from a different level in the fact that I have, obviously all these books behind me, but I've sold probably another 40, 50, 60, 70 books that I've read. And I'm coming from a totally different spot in the fact that I don't have executive experience, but I have a lot of book knowledge. So this contains a lot of the book knowledge. If you have read anywhere between 30 to 40 books, if you are an executive, if you're even a mid-tier, if you're like 35 or 40 years old, you pretty much have most of this book down pat. I would not recommend it. But if you're around 30 years old and you want to take it to the next level, then it is a good book to pick up, to at least a weekend book. I wouldn't spend much time on it. But anyway, if you do like the video, subscribe to YouTube where I have my other videos and I'm reading a book a week and doing the reviews. And obviously what you'll notice is me putting out videos that also are just little quick tidbits that I go throughout my life based on books that I've read or success things that I attribute to books, say persistence or influencing or managing or things like that. But anyway, my name is Charles Botenston. Follow me on Instagram or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Those are my 2 favorite social media networks. Hope to talk to you guys soon. Any questions, let me know. And go to the letter I, Charles.com. That's my personal website. And you'll find everything about me. Talk to you guys soon.